Hello Warriors, and welcome to our Naviance tutorial. Today we're just going to give you an overview of all the things you need to do in our Naviance system when applying to college. So as you've probably heard from us before, Naviance is not how you apply to college. You need to apply either through the Common App or directly through the school's website, but Naviance is really just the program we use to send your secure documents such as your transcripts, your letters of recommendation, school forms, and all that good stuff. So first we want to start by showing you how to get to Naviance. Do not just Google Naviance, otherwise you will not be able to get in. You do need to go through our school's website, so we're going to show you how to do that. Start out by going to our district website, dvsd.org, district schools. You are in the high school, departments, scroll down to guidance, and that will take you right to our guidance website. Just as a side note, we want to point out some of the resources that we have on our website. A lot of good stuff that you can look at throughout the year, especially at some point this year. You're definitely going to want to check out the scholarships and financial aid, as well as our college information section. There's a lot on here that I won't go over with you right now, but just check out on your own time. Senior timeline, a suggestion of what you need to be doing and when you should be doing it. Our quick guide, which is just a brief overview of the college process, involves, explaining some important terms that you may need to know, and the college application handbook. This is a little bit more of a comprehensive, detailed, step-by-step handbook to accompany you on the college application process. So these are things that are great to have on hand when you're at home working on things and you don't have a counselor right next to you that you can ask these questions. We also have a how to request transcripts and letters of recommendation in Naviance that you could certainly check out, but we're going to give you that visual today. So in order to get into Naviance, you're going to use our guidance website, Naviance Family Connections, and this is the link that you want to use to sign in. Like I said, please don't Google. It will not take you to the right website. Don't worry about this part. You are all registered. We have registered you. You are going to use your student ID to register. And it's going to start by giving you a temporary password you can get from your guidance counselor or our guidance secretary. You're going to use that temporary password to get in for the first time, and then you can set up your own password that'll work for you. So there's a couple different things we want to show you on this website. First is when you ask teachers to write you a letter of recommendation, one of the first things they'll probably say is, no problem, as long as you fill out your senior brag packet. The senior brag packet is just something we use to basically enhance the letters that we are writing for you. It's just a way for us to ask questions, to get to know you better, and to get some of your input when we write these letters, because we want them to be really good for you. Otherwise, we would say, no, we can't write you one. So to get to that, you're going to go to this little blue circle here. It'll have your initials. You're going to go to surveys from your school and over to brag packet. Please don't overthink this. If there's something you can't answer, it's not a big deal. You're not going to be graded. Nobody is going to see this except for you, your counselor, and any of your teachers that are writing you recommendation letters, all right? So if there's some things you just really don't know how to answer, that is fine. But like I said, this just helps us to write you better recommendation letters. So fill that out when you're ready for teachers to write you your letters of recommendation. The other important thing that we want to show you is colleges. Just to let you know, if you need a little bit of help with your college searching and you want to kind of do some stuff on your own, there's some great options over here that you can check out. Okay, we won't go over them now, but just to kind of point out some of the things that they have here. College Compare, you can compare some of the schools that you're looking at. Check out when colleges are having local college fairs and whatnot, when they're going to be in your area. Just some great resources that we think you should kind of go through at your own leisure. But for today's purposes, we're going to focus over here. Colleges I'm applying to. This is basically where we build everything on Naviance, okay? Colleges I'm applying to. This is going to be, you're going to add schools by clicking on this little plus sign here. We already put that one in. Pick a school. It'll show you the deadline. Here, this part is very important. This gives you the option to tell us, are you submitting your application through the Common App, or are you doing it directly to the institution? When you are filling this out, you need to let us know if you are submitting through the Common App. The reason is because if you are submitting your applications through Common App, there are certain forms that your teachers need to fill out and your counselors need to fill out in addition to just our recommendations. So this really needs to be clear when you're filling this out on Naviance. You do not need to put Common App on here, obviously, if you are not using Common App, but please make sure you are indicating if you are. Don't worry about this. We do not have your SAT scores, so you don't even need to worry about filling this out. Okay, if you do want to submit your SAT scores, many schools are test optional, you need to do that through the collegeboard.org through your account. So don't even worry about putting that on there. Add application. Now it'll show up on your list here. Okay, this is what tells us if you are applying Common App. Oh, we don't care about you right now. Or if you're applying directly to the institution. And this is what we look at to determine if we need to fill out those extra forms for you or not. Once you are ready to apply to college and you're ready to request those transcripts, you're going to do that back on this page. Oops, let's go back to your list of colleges, where this little plus sign says request transcripts. Only in the beginning of the year you need to worry about your initial transcript. Mid-year comes after we finish the first semester. Final is obviously in June once you've selected your final college. Like we said before, do not worry about your SAT scores. We don't even have access to either one of these unless you share them with us. So we aren't able to attach those. So you're going to click Initial, let us know which school you're sending your transcript to, hit Done, and your transcript will be sent. Give us a few days. We might not get to it the exact day that you request your transcript, so please make sure you're keeping track of your deadlines and on top of all that stuff. We don't keep track of those for you. That is up to you. So please make sure you're just communicating with us when you need things done in a timely manner. Common App schools, another piece to point out. Before you're able to send anything to a Common App school, we need to link up Naviance with Common App. So you need to click this Match Accounts. We're not going to go through it right now. We'll let you do that on your own. And you're going to just connect your Common App account with Naviance. If you don't do that and you are applying Common App and you request a transcript, we can physically not send your transcript if your accounts are not matched up. So please make sure if you're using Common App that you have that all taken care of. You may have seen previously, but if we scroll back up here, go back to colleges, click on Letters of Recommendation. This is where you can request your teachers. If you want a letter from your counselor, you are not able to request through here. Just talk to them verbally first, and we will include it with our recommendation form. But don't worry about requesting a counselor from this portion. So you click on Request, select a teacher, whatever teacher you want, and then it allows you to either do a general request, which means the teacher would write one letter to go to all of your colleges, or you can write a specific request. So if you know one is an alum of a specific university and you want them to write a special one for that, you can do that as well. Submit request, and you're good to go. So that's our quick tutorial on how to request letters of recommendation and manage your transcripts within Naviance. Feel free to play around, get to know some of this stuff, and of course always ask your counselor for help. And just make sure the biggest piece of advice we could give you, well, two pieces of advice would be watch and follow those deadlines. That is up to you. And communicate with your counselor. We don't know what you need help with unless you communicate that with us. So please make sure you're doing so, and have a great senior year.